Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we are getting into what makes Paula Paula, which is basically a trauma dumping or get to know me, whatever you want to call it. So firstly, my name is Paula Honey and not Paula Kamis. Kamis is my father's surname and Honey is my mother's surname. Majority of this video will actually be trauma dumping because I believe my trauma or what I went through as a child or what my life was about is what made me me today, and I just feel like I want to share that today because many people think they know me but they don't know me, and this is not because I want sympathy or I want people to look at me different or to feel sorry for me. I want this to be a video where people can feel like, damn, I just want people to realize that people's lives are different, they are complex, people go through the most horrible stuff and you don't know that. And I just wish that people could treat other people with that mindset. And one of the most or greatest thing I've done in my life for me, to be honest, is getting this tattoo, which is technically the meaning that I just gave you about realizing that people's lives are complex. Now let's get into it. So my name is Paula Honey. I am 19 years old and I identify as a colored. I am mixed race due to my parents. My father is also mixed race and my mother is mixed race, but my mother fell more on her Xhosa side and my father fell more on his Afrikaans side. They both come from Eastern Cape. My father is from Graafrenet and my mother is from I don't know where, because I don't know my mother's family background. Okay, so which makes me mixed race. Cool. So I was born in Transkei according to my mother, because when my mother found out she was pregnant with me at 18 or 19, my father rejected me or rejected her being pregnant and said it's not his child, typical young love type of shit. And then my mother, she was frustrated. She was in school. She didn't finish matric, nor did my father finish matric. Basically, no one in my family ever finished matric. Not my uncle, not my grandma, no one I know finished matric in my family. So I'm the first to do that. But nevertheless, and then my mother ran away because due to my father neglecting her, I think he was her first love. And then she ran to Eastern Cape. From Cape Town, she ran to Eastern Cape. And then she knew people there or whatever, but according to her, she knew no one. A lady off the street helped her while she was pregnant with me, and then she gave birth in Transkei. And then she gave this lady that helped her the privilege of naming me, and this lady decided to name me Paula. And so I am Paula Honey. Okay, cool. So fast forward, my mother decided, look here, I'm gonna come back to Cape Town, and because this child is not black, I was a very white child. I was extremely white. I may look dark, but I was extremely white. And then she came back, and because I think she also had doubt whether it was his child or not. I don't know what was happening between them two. So she came back from Transkei to Cape Town, and she was like, no, Paula's father, this is your child. She's light-skinned, so it means you colored or whatever, so this means it's your child. And then my father still was like, no, I want to love my life, so this is not my child. And then my mother got to a point where she was so fed up of begging him to acknowledge that this is his child or to just be a father to me or whatever. And then I was 6 months old, and then bear in mind, she was young, so obviously her mind was just all over the place. And mind you, while having me, her mother died, or before me, her mother died, so she was also treated illy, and no one was there to support her. So she was like, no, I'm done with this shit now, I'm gonna rather let this baby die. And mind you, while I was in my mother's tummy, my father told her, look here, abort this child, but it was too late. He was like, drink shit to just kill the child because I do not want this child. That is all according to what my mother told me. And then so then she was like, at 6 months old, I was 6 months old, she was like, okay, no, fuck this, I'm going to take this child and I'm going to put her in the highway, and then I'm going to let her die because her father don't want me. What am I going to do? I have no mother, I have no support, so I'm going to just let this child die now. And then a lady that knew my father's mother took me, and she was like, look here, Eunice, jou kind lê Jou klein kind lê in die straat en this. I just picked up like, I'm gonna keep her by me because her mother is not stable. Like, why is she doing this? What? So then she kept me there. My father's mother came, and then she started taking me in and looking after me because she felt my mother was unstable to look after me. And then this went on like till I was like 5. And then at 5 years old, according to what I recall or remember, at 5 years old, my father was like, okay, I'm gonna be a father now. So he took me, and then that time, mind you, that time I didn't know Afrikaans because I was by my mother majority of the time, and I loved Inyanga. My mother loved Inyanga and my father loved Inyanga when they met each other. So I was in Nyanga, I was surrounded by Koza people. I just knew Koza. English wasn't a thing, it was just Koza. So I was 5 years old. My father was like, okay, I have this colored girlfriend. I'm gonna take you to Ravensmead now, and you're gonna go meet my colored girlfriend's family, and we're just gonna, like, I'm just gonna use you now to show that I'm a father and I can be, that emotional man, I'm young, I didn't think much of it. So we go to Ravensmead, and then he takes me to my stepmother's family. They are married now, by the way, and they have children together. And then, but like I said, I did not know Afrikaans or English. So when he took me there, I was like, bloten koza. And then they were like, nee, yalla Roderick also staan in die kind, like, how are we gonna know what she's saying? How can we assist her? How do we know she's hungry? How do we know what she wants? Also colored means also Afrikaans, was kenny koza nie. And my father was not there all the time when he dropped me there to visit or whatever to translate what I'm saying. So they decided, look, we're gonna teach this child Afrikaans. So I am surprised. It took me a year to know Afrikaans, like fully, because I basically technically loved by them after that, because I think my father took me away from my grandma, and then I started living in Ravensmead from 5 till 6. So 6 years old, they put me in creche, colored creche, like opposite where I lived. Whatever, I'm an Afrikaans speaker and I don't speak Koza or anything like that. And then my father got married to my stepmother. So they got married, whatever, life was good, I was with my father. I didn't think of my mother. I just didn't care about who my mother was. I didn't acknowledge that I had a mother or whatever. And then, so then 2 years or a year after, or in that same year, my stepmother got pregnant and she got a child. So typical stepmother things, where they start changing their behavior against you. But in my opinion, if she's watching this or whoever's watching this, my parents, I'm grateful for whatever she did or how she treated me or how her learning method was of making me become what I am. I appreciate it because I am where I am because of what they did or how they were, whether it was good or bad. So my stepmother got a child, whatever. So then she was like starting to be different than how she was the year before. When she got the child, everything was just, I'm 6, 7. Everything is on me. I need to know how to change that child's diaper. I need to know how to help around the house. If she says this, I need to do this. And by that time, my father then lived in a Windy, which was also in Ravensmead. And like, I just needed to be a helping hand and stuff. And when I was younger, I had this thing, I had my own little bed, and that's how my father didn't have their room with the baby or whatever in the windy house. And then I had this thing where I would want to go pee at night, but like it's dark, man, so I was like scared to go pee in the dark. And then I would like keep my peeing. So this one night I peed in the bed, and then I woke up, and my stepmother was like, I knew my stepmother was gonna scare because she was already starting to be strict, and she was already about say, who could say that typical mother stuff. And then so then the morning I hid the pee with the blanket and stuff. And then she woke up and she smelled it and she was like, wat gaan nie aan, and then she opened the bed, so she saw I peed in the bed. So she beat me. No, I can't remember how she beat me, but I know she beat me so much that it's affecting me even till now. And till this day, I have this tendency to keep my pee in and not to go to the bathroom. I don't know, is it laziness? Because when I go to the doctor, or when I went to the doctor, they would say it's laziness, it's lazy, and had pee, and die. But really, in my opinion, I think it was just trauma because of that beating, or because I just felt like, it was just something. But till this day, I do that, and which leads me to getting UTIs a lot, which leads me to have I have a lot of problems like urinally. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm not gonna go to a doctor because I'm too scared at something way worse. Nevertheless, fast forward, in during that aspects of my life from 7 till say 12, I've been moved a lot. I moved this side, that side, this side, this side. And my mother came back in the picture like when I was 8, 9, and she was like, I want my child now, whatever, I'm stable now. And like I was in and out what's the place? I was in and out social workers. With the social worker need to determine where I live. Am I gonna live with my grandma? Am I gonna live with my father? Am I gonna live with my mother? So it was every day, every week I had to go to social workers. I would cry because I don't want to go to my mother. I don't want to go to my stepfather, to my father, but I want to go to my grandma. And they didn't allow that because I have a mother and a father. So like I would sit there in that office and I would tell that lady, please don't let me go to my mother. Please, I'm scared she kill me. Please don't let me go to my father. They abuse me there. And like, because it was just a lot, man. Like there was a day where my mother kidnapped me from school. I also went to school in Ravensmead. I went from grade 1 till grade 4. I was in Ravensmead. Now during that time it was also open up because my mother came in the pregnancy and she was like, I want my child. So she did anything in her way to keep me. She even sent me to kidnap me and stuff, which I just feel like is what the fuck. And then like it was just an open up. I'm this year by my mother, and the next year I'm by my father, the year after that I'm by this one, and I'm by this one, and by this one. And it didn't just stop there. I went from loving to from jumping from my mother to my father to my grandma to going to cousins, to go loving in Makassar, to go loving in Delft, to go loving in Salauris Pass, to go loving in Johnsonville, to go loving. Like I was just always transferred from this place to that place. I never had stability in my life, which leads me to why I am the way I am. If someone asked me today, Paula, where do you love? I can't answer that question because I don't know where I love. I can't say I love my mother because I don't love my mother. I can't say I love my father because for this whole year I've only been once to my father. I can't say I love my grandma because my grandma kicked me out of her house. So like I don't know where I love. I don't have a stable house. I just don't know, you know. Nevertheless, fast forward, my parents, I feel like my parents were not enough parents to me, because literally I could go on and on and on about how each year was shit for me. There was times where I wanted to commit suicide. There was a day where I just wanted to jump in front of a truck or a bus or whatever just to kill myself, because the words they told me I'm a parasite. I'm the reason why the family doesn't work out. I'm the reason why everything is just messed up. And my mother would tell me, why are you born? You're the reason your father don't want me. My stepmother would tell me, you suck the good out of everyone. That's one would tell me, it's a problem. You the problem. You this. You the cause why we're always in a meeting about this and this and this. You know, and obviously that's gonna lead to depression, and obviously that's gonna lead to anxiety. Obviously that's gonna lead to you feeling like, what am I doing here? But you know, but that never stopped me from being who I am. It did get me to reckless things because I searched love in all the wrong places, where I would fall for people who just give me the slightest attention, who just give me the slightest affirmation, the slightest love, or slightest anything, and which was just wrong, you know. And my parents always made me, my parents, my grandma, not my grandma, my parents and my stepmother, they would always make me believe, you know, you're a problem child and we can't deal with you. When I was like 13, 12, there was that year, 13, 12, no, 13, 14, 15, 16, that years, every single month, I was out in and out of houses. This month, my mother can't deal with me. She's like, I don't want you anymore, go to your father. The next month, my father's like, I don't want you, go to your mother. Then they both don't want me, then I must go to my grandma. Then they both don't want me, then they ship me to my step-grandma. Then they ship me to her auntie, then they ship me to... So like, you can imagine how that fucks a person up. And like, I feel like they never acknowledged that what they did just hardened me, and it made me like, I even want to cry now. It hardened me and it made me not want to care. And like, it made me feel like, why am I here? And funny enough, I grew up in a Christian home. Like, I grew up in church. I grew up singing in church. I grew up playing in plays in church. I grew up in church, you know. But I never found God in church. I never understood why I go to church. I just thought, you know, that typical, you just go to church because you have to go to church. Now that was one of that situations, and yeah, man. And you know, I was so like, Even till this day, people think I have a good life. I love in a house. My mother lives in Nyanga. She lives in Owendi. My father lives in Fuleni. They started like since I was young. They lived in a shack or in a wuke or whatever. My grandma also started in a wuke, and everything. She lives in Fuleni. My like that's Dana, there would be days when I was in my, there would be days when I was in high school where I would be by my mother where there's no food. Like, let's say, you can't even say there was bread or anything. There was literally, absolutely nothing. Like, not a drop of sugar, not a drop of coffee, not a drop of tea, not a slice of bread. Like, the fridge, everything was empty. And, like, my mother would, like, yo, bruh, like it's too much to explain in this small video. Hence why I believe, even when I was 13, I always told myself, you know what, Paula, one day you're gonna make a book, you're gonna write a book, or you're gonna make a movie about your life, about how difficult it was, about how complex and stressful and just messed up it is to grow up in a separated household, in a mixed race household, in a broken household. And yeah, man, like, I've been abused. I've been sexually assaulted by my own mother. I've been sexually harassed by family members. I've been emotionally abused, verbally abused. I was hit by belts with spikes in it. I was hit with heels. I was through with pins. I was through with a knife. Like, a lot of shit happened. And, like, when I speak about it, I make like it's okay, because in my mind, like I said in the beginning, the realization that people's lives are way more complex than yours. There's someone out there that could be going through way worse stuff than I am, and look where I am today. I can say clearly, I can say with my chest, I have a matric certificate. I am in university. I am Paula Kamis, a well-known singer, songwriter, person that performs. I don't work, but I have money each month. I don't have support or anything, but I can support myself. I have someone that shows me the love that I've been longing, the love that I've been crying for, the love that I've been fooling myself for. I have someone that God blessed me with to act like a mother and like a father. She doesn't need to, she chose to do it. She came out of nowhere and she said, look here, I'm gonna take you in. Even now when I leave Riz, I don't know where am I gonna go. I don't know like I said, I don't have a home. I don't know. I don't want to be with my boyfriend majority of the time, because I don't want to take in this space or make myself feel like I'm a burden there. So the auntie offered, and she was like, look here, you can come live by me. I can give you this, So, like, I believe that's a blessing, and God gives you such things when you need it. She was there when I needed someone to go with me to get my matric certificate. She was there when I needed someone to take me to university, someone to help me register, someone to be there for things that I need. She bought me my first batch of toiletries when I come to uni. My mother, you would ask, where's your mother and your father? No, they're not here. They don't care. Would you believe me when I told you my father and my mother was never once by my high school? Not once. Never once. They never went to my high school. They never came to fetch a report. They never came to pay school fees. They never showed their faces. Like, literally, my high school can tell you, we don't know how Paula's mother and father look. We just know Paula. And that is so sad, bruh. I was made deputy head girl at high school. My parents weren't there. I get certificates. My parents weren't there. I believe I am strong. I am independent. I am a woman now, whether I'm 19, whether I'm not 21 yet. I am who I am today. And honestly, even though my heart is hardened, and even though I feel like I'm broken and I need personal help, I still feel like I'm an inspiration. I am something. I'm worthy and I'm enough, and I have God. Since I have no one, I have God, and God will bless me with people that I need. And He has been doing this for me this year. That's why I can say this year has been the best years of my entire life. Stability, I got it. I got to love on Riz in a place where I bothered no one, where I wasn't open up, where a place where I could say I stayed on Riz. But now that I have to leave, it's sad, But anyways, I'm gonna do a part 2 where I can go more into detail about other things. But moral of the story is just that acknowledge and remember, people's lives are complex. We are not what you think we are. We don't love the way you think you are. We love. Life sucks, bruh. But it's all about what you make it. how you turn it into something, and what you do. So yeah, I hope you guys like the video. I will make a part 2 where I just answer. If you have a few questions, you can leave it in the comment section. And if you watched till then, because this is a really long video, please leave a heart and like and subscribe. And please do not sympathize. Please do not say, oh, whatever this. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with life. I forgive them, but I'm angry, you know. But it's cordial. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and share to a friend, share the message. And again, sonder, the realization that someone's life is more complex than yours.